Hey, it's Fernando with The Way Home, and I'm here with Odin of Odin's TV and Movie Picks of the Week. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going just fine. Happy and blessed Easter. Still in the octave of Easter,
Hmm.
and it is a great time to be alive, to be Catholic, and it's always wonderful to have the Easter celebrations, even in the midst of some of the sadder news. Obviously, we are also in the same week, just a couple of days removed from the passing of Pope Francis. May perpetual light shine upon him,
Hmm.
and may he rest in peace. But it's also an exciting time as well. It's not often that we, as Catholics, get to experience a conclave and all the other things that are attached to it. So I think that it'll be fun to start to have these conversations. My students are already very excited just about
Oh,
the concept
yeah.
because it's like, what do we do? Like, what does the church do after this happens? And so we're having
Hmm.
discussions on it, and now I'm trying to find some films as well to better incorporate some ideas with that.
Well, what you got for us? What are your TV and movie picks?
Yeah, so over the break, right, we were able to drive home to the great city of New Orleans. Beautiful churches down there, St. Patrick's especially. I recommend everyone to check out St. Patrick's down in New Orleans. It's a beautiful church, home of the Latin Mass down there. The Walk of Nine Churches is done every Good Friday, and it's phenomenal. But with that being said, on a lighter note, the show that my son especially loves to watch whenever we're with the grandparents is Peppa Pig. Now,
Ah, yes.
I myself have never been the biggest fan of Peppa Pig because the opening song is a bit too repetitive for me. Peppa Pig, like I just can't. I can only do that so many times.
It's
But it
just a
was
lot.
funny, yeah, exactly. It's a lot, but it's funny because my wife and I have always been like, okay, you can only watch this with the grandparents. You can only watch that with them, and we were actually like listening in, and it was funny because my wife started like actually watching the show and actually started listening to the show, and she was like, oh, that's actually kind of funny. So yeah, it's not something that we're taking into the house necessarily, but it is definitely, I think, a show that it's very harmless. It's a show that your kids will really enjoy. It gives good messages overall about sharing and being a good older sibling, and it deals it with pigs. I mean, it's very, very harmless fare. And in our world
Yeah.
today, where there are just too many shows that are pushing nonsense, it's nice to have a nice wholesome show like Peppa Pig. So I would give it a slight recommend, maybe 7 out of 10 for the shows as far as the ranking is concerned. But yeah, Peppa Pig. Never thought I'd recommend it, but here I am.
Nice. I've
Yeah,
never actually seen an episode.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely one that you want to have kids, right? You want to have your kids around and watching. It's not like Bluey, because that's always comes up, right? Bluey is a show that you could just watch,
Oh, yeah.
because it's good for adults, it's good for kids. Peppa is mostly good for the kids,
Hmm.
though my grandparents love it. Sorry, my son's grandparents, my parents love it, and are obsessed with it. So there might be something in there for you after all.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah. And the one film recommendation I have this week, I have a recommend, and I have a I wouldn't watch this type of recommendation either. And it's one that I've probably mentioned offhand before, but we're obviously in the midst of the celebration of the Easter resurrection. But beforehand, it's always, I think, good to experience, if you've never done before, The Passion of the Christ by Mel Gibson.
Hmm.
It's just a powerful movie, and I show it to my students every year. Have been doing that now for almost 10 years, and it's a film that's interesting because every year kids get more and more sensitive to the violence that's shown. And one of the things that teachers
Really?
always, yeah, it's interesting. And
Yeah.
universally, though, at the end of it, so many of them are like, "Wow, I had no idea." Like, you have in your image this image in your mind of, oh yeah, there's a scourging, oh yeah, there's a crucifixion, but they don't actually think about what that is and what that looks like, and how that would have been. And it's something that it's very easy to become kind of desensitized to in our culture. And so it's
Yeah.
surprising, right, to hear. And it's usually the girls in the class that are tend to be a bit more sensitive to it. But I had one of the guys too, where he had to step out for a second because he was very squeamish about it. And just, it's interesting just to see how that has happened. And so maybe it's a good thing for our culture that people are becoming more sensitive to violence and to things of that sort. But it's one, obviously, I don't think that you should watch with younger kids, but I do think it's still important to up to your discretion as a parent to determine when it, because the only thing it has for it is violence. There's no language, there's no nudity or anything like that. So
Right.
it really just depends on like how much do you want your kid to know about what Christ actually suffered, and how early do you want to do that. I think it's something that I'll probably be on the younger side of that, probably when my kids are like closer to 10. But again, everyone prudential judgment there. But it's such a phenomenal movie, and I can't wait to see what they do next year. I know that they're starting to film the Passion of the Christ 2. Obviously, it'll be the story of the resurrection, and I'm very excited to see what they do with that next year. But the film, I'd give a 9.5 out of 10 too. It just really is a well done movie in addition to the powerful story.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then
And
the one I
I think
would
I know what you're going to talk about
recommend.
here.
Yeah, he had asked me about it before. And so yeah, there's the whole thing going on with the lava lava chicken. And the
What's that?
oh, it's a song from the movie
Oh,
Lava
okay.
Lava Chicken or something like that. Yeah, I've only seen it one time, but it's the Minecraft movie. It's the rage right now. The kids are loving it, from younger kids to teenagers. I was surprised. I thought, based on the trailers, that the teenagers would hate it because of how just cringy and cheesy it is. Turns out they love it. Turns out they're obsessed with it. And it's very memeable, and because of that, it's been very, very successful. It's making a lot of money, but I think it's brain rot. I really do. It's like it's just like two shades away from the whole skibbity toilet stuff, and it's just like I wouldn't recommend it for the kids. I think that especially if you're a parent wondering, can my younger kids maybe find some enjoyment? They will find enjoyment in it. I just don't think it's something they necessarily should find enjoyment in. And there's a couple things in there too that I think would be inappropriate for younger kids, and so I think that yeah, stay away from it. Keep your kids away from it too. But hey, there definitely will be some in your family, especially if you have older teens in your family, that will probably really enjoy it and probably think that you're a prude for not liking it. But hey, I'm just going to be honest.
All right. It's Odin's TV and movie picks of the week. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.